All right, everybody. Are you ready to hear my 1 a.m. Red Bull Fuel speech that I worked up last night? Okay. Before high school, I wasn't in BW school district because I left Harrison because of severe bullying. I became very very antisocial in that summer, and I didn't leave my house much because of that fear of bullying, and I thought all the people were evil. That was probably my worst summer of my life. And when I came into ninth grade, I came back into high school. I had the choice of going either to a private school up at St. Wendellin's or coming here. And I decided to give it a try and come back to here to try to see if I could do it. And I came into ninth grade having no friends, coming from a new school. I was afraid of basically everybody, and I hated most of all my classes. I stayed quiet for most of the year, but at the end of the year, I came out with around 3 best friends. And I still have all of them. I'm kind of dating one now, I guess. I had an amazing summer because I met those 3 people, because they forced me to come out of my house more, and because they would always be texting me, hey, let's go to Kennywood again. So I wound up buying a season pass for Kennywood for the first time in my life. And I can honestly say I am now sick of the Phantom. That was a good summer, and when 10th grade came around, I came in a little more confident. I knew I would have some people to talk to, and I figured it wouldn't be that bad. So I stayed in contact with all my friends, and I met some even more new people because of that one. I really started hanging out with all them, and we would all have little shindigs at our house, is what we would call them for some weird reason. My grades that year were probably my worst out of all 4 of my years. I passed math only because the person sitting next to me, and I barely passed maybe 3 of my other classes. I don't know how I made 11th grade that year, honestly. In 11th grade, I basically have had all the same friends I've had now since 11th, so I was pretty confident with my friend pool. And I became very social, and I was really not in my house at all that much during 11th grade. I actually started doing pretty well in my classes, which felt good. And the effort was good at first, but it really dropped off towards the end of the year, which was a lot like what happened this year. In the summer between 11th and 12th, I did more things I did in all my previous summers combined. And it really made me feel good about myself. In 12th grade, I came in wanting the easiest year physically possible, because I talked to my brother and he was like, yeah, 12th grade, that was just ride through it. Don't try new stuff. And I was like, okay, so I took his advice. I took the easiest classes physically possible that I could try, and then I took every shortcut I possibly could through the entire year. I really stopped trying to make new friends because I figured, well, if people didn't really want to talk to me for these 3 years, why would they want to talk to me for this 4th year? So I really just stopped talking to new people. And my friend group became really closer because of that in a weird way, because I would only talk to them. I got my first job down in Shop and Save for about 3 months, and then I quit because other reasons, and they were stupid. But it mainly had something to do with this little black brick that I have in my pocket all the time. This thing is probably the thing I can blame for all of my grades this year. I have missed so many courses and lessons because of this, and I'm probably not going to pass my robotics class I picked because of this. I fell behind in a lot of classes that I really wish I would have tried harder for, and I don't really know if I'm going to pass them this year. The 4th 9 weeks has been a complete struggle for me, and it is now probably the worst 9 weeks of all my classes so far in all of 4 years. And now I'm currently in a state where I have 5 papers due and need to catch up on a whole 9 weeks of work in one of my electives. Overall, I'm going to look back on high school as a period of change. I am definitely not the same person I was freshman year, and I'm very proud of that. I'm not going to miss high school that much, but I am going to miss seeing my friends every day, mainly.